Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Bear, and today I'm going to be doing an album review on DaBaby's Blame It on Baby. Blame It on Baby is the third studio album from American rapper DaBaby. It was released on April 17th, and it follows up his second album, which was Kirk, which is a personal favorite of mine from DaBaby's catalog. You probably heard the song ROCKSTAR on TikTok as of late, and it, reached #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Let me just say, I am not a fan of this album. DaBaby has the potential to be a future legend, and his charisma is kind of what brings him through a lot of his albums, but let's just say that he has a lot of experimentation on this album, and not a lot of it is working at all. First off, we move to the first song, which is Can't Stop, and holy fucking shit, we are not on a good start, especially with this fucking chorus. I constantly make fun of Confessions of a Dangerous Mind because of the repetition, but come on, baby, you can definitely craft a chorus, and this isn't it. It's nothing special either, just a lot of repetition and brag raps, something that I think is just so overdone that it just instantly turns into a bad song. And then we move over to the next track, which is Pickup featuring Quavo. This song is literally just Can't Stop, except this song has even more brag raps and talking about finessing someone's bitch, and Quavo is on the song, and he doesn't really do anything at all. He doesn't save it, he doesn't do anything about it. It's just the normal flexing that Quavo would usually say. We move over to a next song called Light Skin Shit featuring Future and DaBaby's go-to producer Jetson Made. This is the type of song I like to see DaBaby on. Very energetic and positive sounding beats, and Baby uses some good metaphors during the choruses and his verses, and Future does a great job in his verse too. And the song is just mostly talking about their light-skinned female partners, and that's it. It really just has a sense of look at my bitch, she cute type shit. And we've heard that from DaBaby before on songs like Bop, and I can say that this is a song that I think you should listen to. And let's talk about the next track, which is Talk About It. I enjoy the verses in this song, and he does have good metaphors during the chorus, but he repeats the chorus a lot more than he needs to, and the chorus is a little bit longer than most. And the song just seems like a throwaway, and I apologize if I don't have much to say. It's just, this album is just so fucking short, and DaBaby just isn't delivering really good lines. Especially like now, he just keeps repeating, but he also has the same flow for most of his songs, especially on this album. And then we move over to possibly the worst track I've heard on this album, Sad Shit. Baby, please do not try to push your vocals to the absolute limit. Just, please stop talking about love. It just sounds like you're trying to do a really bad 808s and Heartbreak Kanye impression. And this song is something we've heard before from 10,000 different artists. Just leave Roddy Ricch or even Polo G to that at that point. And then we move over to the next track, which is Find My Way. This song kind of gives me a better impression of Baby's singing voice, especially because he doesn't use his high register as much. But I do love the melody and the cadence of this song. Like, it really switches into this Kid Cudi way of singing, and I actually really enjoy it. We move over to my second favorite track on the album, which is Rockstar featuring Roddy Ricch. You've probably heard this song all over the radio and all over TikTok as of late, and I do enjoy the song a lot. The very uplifting instrumental really fits Baby's slower singing voice, and it definitely fits Roddy Ricch's, and a solid song from two up-and-comers in the hip-hop genre. They also talk about some heavy subjects, especially Baby's robbery that happened years ago, and which I find funny because it was the same way that TikTok was using lucid dreams back then, and all the girl and kids were just dancing to lucid dreams while he's talking about how much he hates his life. And even though DaBaby's singing voice on this track can be really dragging sometimes, I feel like the song is still pretty solid regardless. And then we move over to my favorite track on the album, Jump featuring NBA YoungBoy. This song is a solid DaBaby track. He cites that the song makes people jump due to the energy and the hype, and especially, in my opinion, Baby's charisma as well. NBA YoungBoy does match DaBaby's energy on this track. Maybe not as much as DaBaby, because I feel like DaBaby can bring up a track with a simple one line just by his charisma and the energy that he puts into most of his music. And it does fit the point of this song, and they kind of just talk about their success and just the normal stuff rappers rap about. But the energy on this song just makes me want to, jump. It's a very solid song, very reminiscent of Suge or most of the stuff off of Baby on Baby or even Kirk. Then we move to Champion, and I can say that I don't really like this track as much as well. It just sounds like there's a lot of very compressed vocals on here, especially on the ad-libs, and that kind of turns me off about the song, especially because Baby tries to do this very weird mix of Migos and the A Boogie impression, but all of the mixes and genres don't work, especially for this song, as DaBaby in my opinion is more of a flow rapper. And also, if I have to hear "wait a minute, who are you" one more time on this album, I'm gonna shoot myself. And then we move over to Drop featuring A Boogie with the Hoodie, and just like I said about their song Stain on A Boogie's album, It's alright. Like, it seems like the harmonies are a little out of sync and DaBaby tries to push into his high register again. Kind of ruins the song in my opinion. Okay, and then we move over to Blame It On Baby. Okay, you know how I said if I hear the tag one more time I'm gonna shoot myself? Well, I'm not, because this song kicks ass lyrically and flow-wise. It seems like Baby just shot some bars freestyling and then the beat was added afterward. I enjoy the song simply for his flow because he just delivers some really solid metaphors, and also I would be impressed by the song if he stuck to the beat. But like I said, it just seems like the beat was added after he puts in his vocals and after he puts in his lyrics from his flow. It's gonna take a little for me to actually like the song. And then we move over to Nasty featuring Ashanti and Megan Thee Stallion. This song is exactly what the song is called, Nasty, and really vulgar as fuck, so of course you need to have Megan Thee Stallion on this track. And surprisingly Ashanti, who interpolates her song Baby. And honestly, like, DaBaby doesn't do that bad with his verse. It just seems like he falls away from the beat a lot and a lot of like weird flow switches, and most of the time they just fall flat. And this is one of those songs where the features actually save it, because I think Ashanti's chorus and singing is very melodic and very pretty, and Megan Thee Stallion's verse is pretty aggressive in more ways than one. And honestly, that's the only reason I would return to the song. And then we move to the next track, which is Amazing Grace. It's really funny in the sense of how they put this song up, because you had Nasty, and then we have DaBaby moving over to his spiritual side on Amazing Grace. Like right after you listen to a vulgar as fuck song like Nasty. But literally nothing stands out to me in this song. It's not a very solid closer. My final thoughts are that I feel like DaBaby's singing flows are not that good. I feel as if DaBaby should just keep up with his very energetic flows and his very back and forth rhyme schemes. Singing flows don't really match DaBaby. I feel like he could, if he were to get a little bit more training, I feel like he could actually deliver some solid singing vocals. Probably the best features on the album: Roddy Ricch, NBA YoungBoy, Megan Thee Stallion, and solid flow work on songs like Jump and all the songs that he wasn't pushing his vocals to the highest register that he can. The singing did not work as well as I thought it would be on this album. And honestly, with this album, it has some solid bops, but it does have a lot more flops. I'm actually going to be rating this album a solid 4 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this album review. I do have several albums. If you haven't checked, I have a Spotify playlist where you can see the albums that I plan to review or could be reviewing in the future. If you guys want me to do an album that came out earlier in the year, just let me know in the comments. And the next album is actually going to be Make Them Suffer's How to Survive a Funeral. And I hope you guys enjoyed this album, and I will talk to you guys later.